This is a reaction of the Yoruba nation against acts of terrorism, acts of vandalism, banditry, acts of war in general against the Yoruba people. We have said emphatically that we will not take this from any ethnic group within Nigeria. But our leader, Professor Banji Akintoye, the Yoruba leader as of today, Professor Banji Akintoye is going to give us an address. He's going to address the whole world on the steps that the Yoruba have decided to take on this matter, because it cannot be allowed to continue. We are going to nip it in the bud decisively. So, our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, now will address the nation and the whole world at large on the decisions of the Yoruba leadership. Thank you.
This is an address to call upon the Yoruba people to wake up and defend themselves and defend their homeland. It is also an address to inform the whole of Nigeria that the day has come when Yoruba people will rise up to defend themselves. They all know what has been happening. They all know that our people have been killed, our women have been raped, tens of thousands of our people have been kidnapped, and so on. They all know that. And this is an address to inform the whole world. We Yoruba live in a large homeland in the Nigerian southwest. We've never created problem for any other group in Nigeria. We have been a land of hospitality to strangers from Nigeria and from any other part of the world. We have been a peaceful people. But since about 2009, we've been experiencing increasingly virulent attacks upon our nation by our Fulani compatriots from the north. They are citizens of Nigeria. They live in the Hausa homeland in the northwest. And somehow something has gotten hold of them to make them desire to overrun, overcome, conquer, destroy, break all the other peoples of Nigeria. And they have been coming to our land, creating trouble for our people, killing our farmers on their farms, destroying food barns, destroying hamlets and villages, kidnapping large numbers of people and demanding and extorting ransom, and so on. Being part of Nigeria does not put upon us the duty of accepting to live like this. And so we have decided, our leaders, our deputy leader in the homeland, our deputy leader in the diaspora, and their supporters and their assistants, various assistants, have put together a program that they have given the befitting name, Kajodasi, let everybody contribute. We are not declaring war. We are not that kind of people. I am not calling my Yoruba people to arms. I'm calling them to self-defense. I am telling them, if we allow this to continue, our Yoruba nation will perish. In the history of the world, whenever a barbarian people attack a civilized people, and the civilized people are enjoying their civilization and doing nothing about it, the civilized nation usually perishes. We Yoruba are not going to perish. This is modern times. We command the means to defend our land. And so that's what we are doing now today.
After deep and serious consultations with other Yoruba leaders, opinion leaders, our Obas and grassroots citizens, we, the undersigned, with all sense of responsibility, now make this proclamation of a call to self-defense as a response to the acts of war perpetrated against the Yoruba nation. 1. All Yoruba people with democracy, resident and indigenous to the 10 Yoruba majority states of Lagos, Ekiti, Ondo, Oyo, Ogun, Osun, and Kwara, and the Yoruba minority states of Kogi, Edo, and Delta, are solemnly called upon to organize their communities and immediately arm themselves with any form of protection they can muster. Be it guns, machetes, Yoruba traditional power, etc., to confront the enemy in a deliberate and organized fashion as only the Yoruba can. There are 160 Yoruba local governments in Nigeria, with 1,885 wards and 2,779 hamlets, villages, small towns, large towns, and cities. All must be organized into defensible settlements with our youths as vanguards that must rise to the defense of Yoruba civilization, which is currently under a very serious existential threat. As a doctrine of necessity to preserve our ancient Yoruba civilization from sliding into extinction due to the activities of our detractors and enemies, the following actions are advised and mandated to be taken immediately by each community. A. No straggler, gatherer, or beggar is allowed on the roads, on the streets of our towns and cities, inner suburbs, villages, and hamlets. No bula, no straggler, no gatherer. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó bá jẹ́ vigilante bẹ́ẹ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó bá jẹ́ OPC, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó bá jẹ́ ìdáǹdè, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó bá jẹ́ UREN, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó bá jẹ́ OPC 1, OPC 2, OPC 3. Stop them. Immediately, stop them. After all Yoruba, all non-Yoruba, àwọn tó bá tó ṣe Yoruba, non-indigenous, visitors, and strangers in Yoruba land are advised to stay within their confines and locations of vacate Yoruba land completely during this period. There will be traditional purifications and invocations to purify the land. We are purifying our cities, our towns, our villages, our forests. There will be traditional purifications and invocations to purify the land. This will be performed by Yoruba traditional rulers, chiefs, and priests in all the 2,779 communities of Yoruba land. Any defiant is warned of dire consequences if this advisory is disobeyed. No open cattle grazing will be permitted in any part of Yoruba land from this day henceforth. These cattle grazings are used as covers for the Fulani to perpetrate their nefarious activities in our cities, in our towns and villages. Any stray cow or cows seen will be impounded or shot at sight. The Fulani terrorists in all our bushes, forests, and game reserves must vacate immediately. Over to this day, we have mandate our gallant Yoruba defenders, namely OPC, Ireku, YORUBA, Agbekoya, Idangi, and Omoteku, to enter the forest to immediately flush them out since the police and the military have failed to do so for over 15 years. All stores, warehouses of non-Yoruba in Yoruba land must be opened up. Any warehouse, you see, and we don't need stores, see, we will go there and open them up, otherwise I'm doing it to our land. They must be opened up either willingly or by force and search for dangerous devices and weapons of destruction that we know that they have. All trailers and other large goods vehicles entering or leaving any part of Yoruba land must be forced to stop for a thorough search for weapons, hidden terrorists, and kidnapped victims. These vehicles are a major part of the nefarious range of crime endangering our people. all large gatherings of foreigners, who hold together without a defined purpose anywhere in Yoruba land communities, must be surrounded, vetted, dispersed, and sent back to where they came from. Àwọn kan tó lè gbà wá lè láǹsọ yìí ká má tàn wọ́n jẹ rárá. Our elementary, primary, and secondary schools must be fully guarded by our armed vigilantes and candidacy operatives anytime and anywhere schools are in session. We shall never be intimidated to close up our educational system because of terrorists. This is their intention. We must never allow that to happen. As from June 12th, no motorcycle Okada or tricycle keke napep rider of northern extraction shall be allowed to operate anywhere on the roads of Yoruba land. Anyone who disobeys this directive will have himself to blame. Celebrating gatherings like night parties, night vigils are advised to be either cancelled or suspended. So we advise that you either cancel or suspend for now while we start this operation.
The first means that we have to defend our land is educated young men and women. Since the 1950s, every Yoruba child has been sent to school. And so there is no Yoruba person who is not at least a little educated. We are calling upon you in your towns, your communities, your villages. Get together. Get together, organize yourself into a defense group to defend your village, to defend your community, to defend your town, to defend your city. That is what we are doing now. Don't wait for the army to come and defend you. Defend yourself. Defend your villages. Defend your community. We thank these gentlemen for their candor. That's being candid. They are telling us the truth. Nigeria is a very large country. If we are waiting for the army and police to come and defend all of us, we'll be waiting for nothing.
Well, the solution is simple. And I think in the past days or months, we've been in the media, educating our people. And if you notice, majority of these attacks, our people kept calling on government, but no government is coming to their aid. And that is why we are taking the step now to go to all the nooks and crannies of Yoruba land to educate them, to at least be first line of defense before we call for external protection if needed.
Defend yourself, defend our land. And security is a collective responsibility. It's something that all of us have to do. And that's why it is important for different ethnic nationality or different self-determination groups in Yoruba, for the leadership to bury individual national identity, to bury our ego, for us to unite, solidarize, and work for the collective interest of Yoruba, but not something that will fester the interest or personality of individual. We don't want individual profile this time around.
What I'm thinking this way is that, you see, the way Nigeria is growing, even the leadership of Nigeria now, our president, he knows that Nigeria is already down, but he cannot say it out. The Northerners, they are making his government very difficult for him. And the way the Northerners are killing our people, kidnapping, taking ransom, destroying our farms. Farmers cannot go to their farms, and many of the residents, they are running away from their land. It's their land, it's not Fulani land. Why should they run away from their land? They come from the far place and be terrorizing us here. We don't go there to terrorize them, so we must face them squarely.
Ìṣòro ńlá ló wà níwájú ìran Yorùbá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. A dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ dìde láti wá ọ̀nà àbáyọ sí. Kí ni ọ̀nà àbáyọ náà? òun ni pé kí gbogbo wa ká fohùn ṣọ̀kan, ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan, ká defend ara wa, then ká pè fún òmìnira ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, nítorí orílẹ̀-èdè tó ń pè ní Nàìjíríà ó ti expire. Amalgamation 1914 ó expire ní 2014, so a dẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí àjọṣepọ̀ Nàìjíríà mọ́, so a fẹ́ dá dúró.
Ní ìwòye tèmi, ó yẹ kí ìran Yorùbá dìde kán kọ́ fún wọn, tó jẹ́ pé tán bá ń gbọ́ Yorùbá wọn á máa tinúgbó dénúgbó ni. Ṣé rí ìmọ̀ràn mi nísìnyí ni pé kí gbogbo wa kájọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀, ká wo ọ̀nà gbòógì tá a máa gbà kọ ìyà yìí tí ò dẹ̀ tún ní padà jẹ wá mọ́.
I've used this medium to appeal to Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò and other factions that we should come together and unite. If OPC can come together today, no problem in Yoruba anymore. But we need some Obas. In terms of crisis in Yoruba land, the unity of OPC will forge, if you give us the power to fight every criminal in Yoruba land.
We as a Yorubas, we need to stand on one voice. We need to join hands together to work. Due to the situation of this country, we need to join hands together to face all these Fulanis, so that we can, all our leaders, all our elders, they can have rest of mind, and also our incoming generation, they will have rest of mind.
The solution is for the Yoruba people to make unity. If the Yoruba people have unity, Fulani don't have any power to invade us in Yoruba lands. And we know that we can do it. So the meeting that we are having today, we thank God for the successful of the meeting through our leader, Baba Pan, Professor Banji Akitoye, to make a unity within the self-determination group.
So please, we have to wake up the SDGs, everybody, because I don't think there is any way than for us to wake up and take action. But what I want, as I always say, anywhere I go, the Yoruba nation is very good. We want to appeal to the president to kindly help us to bring back regional system of government the way it was during the day of Papa Awolowo. You know, we take off our security, take off our development.
There is nothing we are doing inside Nigeria as Yoruba. Yoruba does not belong to Nigeria anymore. Unless we are deceiving ourselves, or we are afraid, or whatever is it that is the reason why we keep, some of us keep saying, well, we should still. What else now? Having seen our people being slaughtered in public view, having seen our children suffering inside rain and shine, 2-year-old child, women, people who are small boys and girls in secondary school and primary school, what else do we need as evidence? We own this land where we are, and if anybody should come from anywhere and be extreme whatever reasons that they want to chase us away from our land, they want to kill us on our land, or they want to take over our land, is making a big mistake, is joking. It will not happen. So, but you see, we are not going to make it by only words of mouth. We are going to ensure that scientifically it does not happen, intellectually it does not happen, holistically in terms of our traditional powers and what God has bestowed on us, it will not happen. So those are just the basics that I can let you know about our preparations.
United we stand, divided we fall.